debunk the myth of the content pillars. Oh my God. Entertaining, inspirational, and educational is really broad. I hope you like this Christmas look. Today is officially our last episode for 2024. So I thought to do an episode on content that converts. And I'm talking actual content that converts, not content batching, not all of this, features and benefits. I'm talking about actual messaging strategy and 4 types of content you need to prioritize for 2025. So let's go. The first type of content you need for your social media to master your message is we are back with Keys to the Queendom. I'm your host, Tamara Meyer. I hope you like this Christmas look. It's a little bit 90s, but we're going with it. But today is officially our last episode for 2024. So I thought to do an episode on content that converts. And I'm talking actual content that converts, not content batching, not all of this features and benefits bullshit. I'm talking about actual messaging strategy and 4 types of content you need to prioritize for 2025. So this will be something for you guys to listen in the car, but also I would really take on this episode if you're at home writing on a notebook, because this is honestly going to change the game when you create content. And I'm here to tell you something and debunk the myth of the content pillars. Oh my God. Entertaining, inspirational, Entertaining, inspirational, and educational is really broad, because if you actually start to look at content as a funnel and also your audience identification, you're going to realize that the content pillar is a load of shit. I think someone did that years ago, and we're now in 2024, about to start 2025. And the truth is, you need to get better at copywriting. So here is what I want you to remember and write this down. You as a business owner, you as a coach, you need to master your message. And how we're going to do that is putting together your 4 types of content for 2025. So let's go. The first type of content you need for your social media to master your message is authority type of content. This is content where you are the expert. This is not where you are teaching and you are educating and being the coach. You are the authority, which means you're the expert. So the difference between authority content is 2 things. It's the language of how I have made this result and you can too. How I have been able to make $500,000 in 2024, how you can too. How I have been able to hit multi-6 figures in the online space and you can too. I have been able to do it and you can too. Where people go wrong with authority type of content is they become too inspirational, meaning they promote themselves and they don't have clear direction and messaging that's speaking to the pain points, one's desires of their consumers. So, example, I am able to train this way. Look at me and my booty workout. Hey, I have made $50,000. Do you see the difference? Ooh, it just exploded. That's awesome. So remember, authority content is how I and you can too, meaning your messaging needs to speak about your results, but how it's relatable and it's going to be a relevant message to the people you want to work with. So here's something I want you to write down. How can you be of authority? How can you leverage being an expert? And how can you also become authority with building content that's going to get you to stand out from everyone else? Events, speaking, writing a book, doing a podcast, which is all the things we help our clients in Queendom do. So be mindful, authority content is the first thing for you to prioritize. Now, as we lean into the second bit of content is where you are teaching. It's where you are coaching. It's where you are doing the session as if you're educating. So yes, the pillar of education is part of this, but it's how you deliver it. This is how to type of content. 3 steps to making 6-figure business. Avoid this one thing to not make 6 figures. This one mistake fucked me over. I'm going to tell you 3 things to do instead to build a multi 6-figure business. So the language changes because you use words like avoid, struggle, 3 steps, how to's, and of course there's so many different variables of that. Now, how you teach or coach, right? Because I'm a coach, is you can do it in 2 ways that I love for this example.
Queen, how often have you said, I spent my whole life studying, I've been to school my whole life, and I've actually learned nothing that teaches me the tools and strategies to build a successful business in the outside world. You've probably spent thousands of dollars on courses, or you've heard fake news from business gurus. Well, I'm here to give this incredible news to everyone here right now that this is Queendom University. Get out of debt and actually start making money in the online space, knowing and having the foundations to build a successful business. Now, I'm talking because I have gone through the trenches. I have been a fitness coach, built my online business as a pro athlete, and now I am a business coach. You'll go from having absolutely no idea what your business is through, in the 8 weeks, learn the foundations of knowing what your purpose is, your vision and mission, and also understanding your business values with the execution to know what that business is. You'll also learn branding, social media, content strategy, marketing, and more importantly, how to sell. With Queendom University, it'll cut out the bullshit and remove all the fluff and get you working specifically on your business so you can execute this in 8 weeks to get ready to launch. I wanted you to have something where you get to access something straight away, where you get to fast track your growth, as well as remove any doubt, any overwhelming sensation or stress, or the question that everyone seems to ask, where do I begin? With Queendom University, you'll be able to build wealth, freedom, and at the end of the day, be an entrepreneur and be able to say, I have finally built my own thing, my own business. And I've stopped making money for someone else, and I'm now making money for my own empire. Queendom University.
Your whiteboard session using shapes, which we teach with our clients, and also data-driven type of content, because that speaks to the AD type of client. And it's just going to, again, educate your audience that this is how you do it. So you're telling them what to do. When you do and build authority, you are doing it as well based on being an expert and how they can too. Which, when you want people to work with you, you can't just be a coach. You can't just create content as a coach. You have to build authority so people go, I want to work with her because she's an expert and she actually knows what she's talking about. Does that make sense? So remember, authority is number 1. Number 2 is the teaching type of content. And you can do it in different formats as well. Some of my clients do it with their students. They are coaching the student in a session, which is really, really good. It's visual hooks. It's taking them through the session. I love whiteboard sessions. I love using data as proof. Again, find what works for you, and anything that is teaching them with different variables of visual hooks, word hooks, pattern interrupts, all of that will be really good for you guys. The third piece to content that converts that you need to remember is selling content. So many people don't know how to sell in the online space, and they think that just saying, hey, buy my program is going to be enough for them to go, she said buy my program 20 times today, so I'm going to buy it. I understand that touch points are important, and I understand touch points over and over again from a repetition type of place is also crucial. But you can't just keep saying the same thing over and over again with no proof, meaning, or objection handling. So when it comes to selling in the online space and creating content that converts, you need actual formats. The first one we use is, yes, diagrams that we draw, but you need to understand features and benefit, and also the emotional connection, the emotional pull from those features and benefits. It's kind of like saying, a want in my space is I want to make $10,000 a month. The emotional connection to that is the aspiration of, why is that important to them? What is $10,000 going to give to them? What is it going to be able them to feel, to be able to do with that $10,000, aspirational, right? So for example, my clients, when they made $10,000, they were able to leave their 9 to 5 job. They were able to leave their FIFO job. Shout out to you, Tamika. So selling content is, yes, features and benefit, but here's a framework I love, the AIDA framework, and attention, interest, detail, and the fourth one is action. Sorry, I said the wrong thing. Attention, interest, desire, and action. When you're selling online, a lot of people don't actually call out their ideal clients. They just go, I'm just jumping on here. Hey guys, like, call out your ideal client. Coaches, business owners, men and women, kings and queens wanting to make six-figure business without the stress and overwhelm of social media. I hear ya. And guess what? This gets to be something where you don't need to waste time, energy, and you also get to build a life of freedom. What I would love from you right now is, if this is you and you're struggling to build a multi-six-figure business and you don't understand social media strategy and how to sell, DM Empire and I will jump into the DMs to work with you. That is a way to sell. Now, when it comes to selling type of content, remember this.
Hey, beautiful kings and queens, are you right now in a space where you're ready to take action and build your business, yet you struggle where to begin? You're feeling stuck and overwhelmed with all the things you need to do when it comes to building a business. Build the business of your dreams in the online space and be in the arena of all the incredible, great humans out there that are building 7 to 8 figure businesses. Now, the foundations that I truly believe in that you are going to learn through this membership is sales, marketing, content creation, social media, money mindset, and of course, branding. Now, all of this will be accessible for you to be learning what is currently hot right now in the market and how you can create your own business and build a successful business in the online space. All you have to do right now is DM Empire in my Instagram or email myself and my team, and we will get the ball rolling so you can have your empire and start making moves in the online space.
It's short, sharp, and sweet. It's effective, but you need to use different languages so you're not sounding the same. We give our clients 30 different types of strategies with this, different ways of frameworks, languages, shapes, drawings, the pain, agitate, solution frameworks, all of these things, because if you're just selling like everyone else, you will sound like everyone else, which means they're not going to go with you because you sound like everyone else. So the third piece of content is selling content. The last bit, the crucial bit that we forget, because remember, we need all of these 4 content pieces. Number 4, that is relationship content. That is giving value. That is the Gary V, giving more. It's the types of content where you build your brand, where you create connection, where you are relatable to your audience, where you build trust and similarities. And this is stuff where you've got storytelling frameworks, like your origin story, like my success story, like I wish I knew what life was like when I actually implemented the work, or even against all odds frameworks where someone has honestly gone against you and you got to prove them wrong. When you find the frameworks with relationship marketing, it really creates, honestly, that connection, pace, and trust, and you get to be more of a point of difference. Unfortunately, right now, if you only do authority, no one's going to trust you because, yeah, you're speaking to a problem and you're solving a solution. And if you're only inspiring people based on, excuse me, my nose is itching, you doing how to type of content and educating, you're going to be too boring. And if you're not selling and you're not asking for the sale, they're just going to think, oh, she's an inspiration, I'm going to work with her. I'm not going to work with her. She's inspiring me to do the work. But if you're also adding in the layers of relationship, that's where it becomes almost like this perfect diamond, right? Because you can't have one without the other. All of them connect, and it's almost like a figure of 8. So here's a really quick point I want to bring forward before we wrap this up for 2024, before we finish up for the year of season 3 of Evolving. Your content matters. It's not about the type of content, it's the messaging behind the content. You have to, and I say this over and over again, you have to put in the work to do your research. And what we give our clients in Empire or Queendom is avatar analysis, actual support, feedback on the messaging, because what you might be putting out on social media isn't landing for your ideal clients. Language is key with content that converts. It's not about, again, how your content looks, it's the wording, and yes, it's the copywriting, it's the media asset, it's you. So remember the 4 things. Authority. What was the second? Coaching, teaching. The third was selling. And of course, the last is relationship. Now, I want to wish everyone a massive Happy New Year and Christmas as well. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of my world. And honestly, this year has been an amazing growth. We're just about to hit 500,000, which we're so excited about to celebrate. We have fucking invested a lot. So I know the return of investment is definitely going to be part of 2025. We have learned so much through some tough periods. And it felt really important for me to share that, because it's not about us wanting to hit a certain goal and that be it. Honestly, we've learned more about ourselves in this year than ever, because it was our hardest year. And I think, and I believe 2025 is going to be most amazing. And so we want to make sure you get to be in our world over 2025. And if this is something you're ready to take action with, then we would love to work with you. My name is Tamara Meyer, host of Keys to the Queendom. Thank you so much for listening to me, and make sure you create the content that converts and get ahead of 2025.
I'm in for playing big today with authenticity, because here is the thing. It's not about being perfect on stage, perfectly put together, which is important, yes. It's about being who you are. What if right now, because of today, in a year's time, you could look back and go, I did that scary thing. And that's a year from now where you went and made that decision. I'm going all in, committed to doing the work. I'm committed, because this is so much more than me. It's not about me anymore.